ActiveCampaign, Acuity Scheduling, Zapier. This setup will make you happier. So what we're going to do here is when people sign up through Acuity Scheduling, they're going to pipe through simply one Zap and Zapier. And the reason we want to do this is we don't want to have to burn or waste a Zap for each meeting type. We just want to use one. We're going to let ActiveCampaign do the heavy lifting by having multiple automations based on the appointment type. So let's dive right in. So inside your Zapier account, you want to create a Zap that connects Acuity with ActiveCampaign. Let's take a look at what this does. So first thing is the trigger, and this is going to be a new appointment that occurs through your Acuity Scheduling account. And the biggie here is under Edit Options, nothing. Don't choose anything. We don't want to filter here at all. So there's nothing going to be filtered. We're not going to filter on specific appointment type or calendar. You could, but the point here is simply to use one Zap for all of your scheduling appointment types. The second step is a little add-on courtesy of a recommendation by Mark. He pointed out that when you do set up an appointment inside Acuity Scheduling, you can add multiple people to the email list. Now the problem with that is when you try and pass that information to ActiveCampaign, it doesn't like it. So we're going to filter everything out and just keep the first email address. So what that looks like is, it's a formatter by Zapier, and the template is this. We want to do a split text. We're going to split on the email address from the first one, from Acuity. We're going to make the separator a comma, and then we're going to keep the first occurrence. So in other words, if there's multiple email addresses, we're only keeping the first one. Now, if you only have one, no big deal. This doesn't break anything. And then the final step is we want to connect to ActiveCampaign. So you want to have an ActiveCampaign account. You want to do a create update. And in the template, you need to pick the list. And the important part here is the email address is actually from step 2. It's not from the original step 1. It's the filtered version. And then go ahead, optionally, first name, last name if you collected. And then finally, down here, I have a custom field in ActiveCampaign called Acuity Type. And that will come from step 1. In this case, for instance, it's called Detail Call. I've got a number of different appointment types. I just want to pass that along to ActiveCampaign. So inside my Acuity Scheduling account, let me just show you what I've got here. I've got a number of appointment types, and again, we don't want to filter it in Zapier. We simply want to pass it along to ActiveCampaign. And the way we do that is in your ActiveCampaign account, you'll have a custom field called, for instance, Acuity Type, and for each Acuity appointment type, you're going to have an automation. I've only created one so far. I called it Acuity-Detail Call. I also labeled it Acuity to make it easy to keep them shown together. And then very simply, the trigger here is this. When the custom field changes, Acuity Type changes to, and then Detail Call, and capitalization, white space, all that stuff's important. It's not ever, it's 2. I'm only going to run it once. You might select to have it run multiple times. If someone reschedules the same type of call, they probably do want to do that. And then go ahead and save that. And then whatever you want. Tag them, put them in another automation, move them to a different list. I'm simply going to make this person wait because we're going to do a test to make sure it actually does work. So let's go ahead and schedule a call or an appointment. Okay, now back to Zapier. Let's take a look at the history. So here we are inside there. So the data in, not important, data out. There it is. There's the custom field, detail call. Now let's make sure I'm actually in here. So I've been successfully added to ActiveCampaign. I went through the appropriate automation based on the custom field value. That's how you use ActiveCampaign with Acuity Scheduling and one Zap only.